Thanks for coming by today. My name is Hal. I already said that. Quail Studios Guitar. We're going to talk about 5 or 6 techniques that you need for good lead playing, and let's get started. There are several different techniques that you need, and there are some exercises that will help you. One I call the Chromatic Exercise. I'm starting out on the 5th fret right here, and because it's an easy place to start. And you play 4 notes, and then go to the next string. Next string, next string. When you get to the top, come back down. My right hand will look something like this. Now I'm using down-up picking, but you could do all downs. Oops, missed a note there. You could go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Or you could go up, down, up first, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. When you're going backwards like this, you're going to start down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, because it reverses as you go up and down. If you're really just starting out with really a beginner, do what I call the simple chromatic exercise and play 4 notes, then move it up and do it again. And go as high as you can, then go back down. Now the same thing with the chromatic exercise. Move it up to the 2nd fret and do it again. Change the focus on that. But the excuse is, Hal, I can't do it as fast as you. Okay, well then you need to do it every day and work on that, okay, until you can get really good at it. What you want to do, some beginners, when they play it, they stop the note like this, and they have a space between each note. Let me turn off the reverb on my amp, because it sounds really cool with reverb, but let's turn it off and I'll show you. Right? Don't do that. Learn how to do it legato. The hardest thing is going from that pinky to this note. Right? Okay, so that's a technique you need to do. You need to be able to play smoothly from one note to another. Another technique you need is you need to be able to play notes like this. I'm using the minor pentatonic, starting on A. This is A minor pentatonic. And what we do is we play 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 8. Just like that. And then backwards, 8, 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, okay? And that's a really good starting point. I'm just using a down and up picking there. Just like that. Another technique you need to be able to do is sliding from one note to another. I'm going from 5 to 7 on the D string. Let's do it on the G string. Let's do it on the B string from 5 to 8. Okay, I'm sliding up. Let's go down. I'm just using my first finger, aren't I? Let's use our second finger. I'm doing the pentatonic scale again. 5 to 8, 5 to 7, 5 to 7, 5 to 7. Now some people, what they do is when they slide, they actually lift their hand accidentally. And need to keep a pressure on there. Sounds like that if you do it really slow. If you do it fast, sounds like that. So get to know slides. I mean, you can just... Let's zoom out a little bit so you can see that. Right? Do it with different fingers too. Okay, that's an important thing. Slides up and down. Hammer-ons. Let's zoom in on that one. I'm going to do a hammer-on from 5 to 7 on the D string. You play the note on 5, and then you tap like that. And you can do it. Some people, do that, but I'm going to skip a finger because I'm skipping a fret. You pluck the note, and then you hammer it. It's like a tap, just like that. And it's really good to be able to do it using that pentatonic scale again. Now let's go backwards. And now what we're doing is we're doing a pull-off from 8 to 5. And it's like a little pluck right there when you do that, like that. And you might be wondering, well, how come you can pluck this note and this one doesn't sound? That's because right here, this finger is touching that string. So when I actually do this, my finger is lifting a little bit, and that string is not being played. So it's just like... Because you're going to hit that string if you pull off like this, very possibly. Now let's do that hammer-on pull-off, where I hammer and pull off. Let's start at the bottom. Okay, let's just do this. Of course, you can do it everywhere. You can do it with 2 fingers, like. Right, you can do it with these 2 fingers, first and second finger. You can do it with the first and third finger. You can do it with first and fourth finger. These are really important techniques to know when you're lead playing, and I would do it all over the neck. Right there I was on the 6th fret. I was doing the pentatonic scale again. Now let's talk about a couple more things actually, and that's bending the string. Let's go to the 9th fret. And I'm going to go from 7 to 9, and now I'm going to bend it. You'll notice what I did there. There's my hammer. Now I'm going to get my hand in this position. I just put my hand around this way. I'm going to anchor it right there, and then I'm going to push with basically 2 fingers, these 2, and this one is just hanging out there. It's not really pushing. It's really kind of hanging over the fret a little bit. Hanging over there, so that what I'm doing is I'm actually touching these strings so that they don't play. Right? So let's do that again. I'll zoom out a little bit and you can kind of see that. You got to push and have a steady push on there. And what I'm doing, I'm going up 2 frets. I'm going from the 9th fret, looking for that note on the 11th fret. That's a whole step bend, like that. Now if I want to go, it's really good to be able to play right? Play that note and listen for it. See if you can get it right in tune. Now one thing you can do is you can actually take a tuner. I'll put my polytune clip on here. Oh, my note is, I've been bending my note so it's a little flat. There, that's a D. It's in tune. I'm going to focus on that right there. And then here's my E, which is the 9th fret on the G string. And I'm going to bend it up to F sharp. Now right there, you'll notice that my F sharp is a little flat. Maybe I need to adjust my intonation or something on my guitar. So sometimes if you can compensate with it by pushing up a little bit on your string. Like that, make it more in tune. Okay, that's another way to figure out if you're in tune with your bend. Not just by ear, but also by doing it with the polytune clip. Or you can do it with another tuner, it's okay. Another thing I'd like you to do is when you bend your note, to bend it and hold it. So don't let it fall back, like that. Like that. And hold it. Now in Hotel California, in one of the leads, they do something like that. Right hand looks like this. Okay, left hand looks like this. What I'm doing is I'm bending this note from 10 up to the 12th fret. I'm not, it's not going to the 12th fret exactly, but you've got that note. So I've got that like this. Now one of the ways I could actually do it is to play it like that, where I've got a slide up and then put my finger here and play that note and then go back to 12 and slide it back and then play the 8th fret there. A way that is played, that technique. Ooh, that. There you go, now it's in tune. Now you can stop that note. Like that, and that's okay. But you got to be able to hold that note in the bend. Now when you bend a note up like this and then you play it, that's called a pre-bend. So you can practice that too. You can put your finger on there, pre-bend it, pluck it, and then bring it down. Sounds really cool. A lot of times when I'm lead playing, my hand is touching the strings. For instance, I'm muting those strings with my hand right there, like this, right? Laying it right on those strings so that hear that? So it doesn't, the other strings don't play. Let's do it one more time. I mute the strings, just like that. these kind of techniques should get you started and get you going on lead playing. Just practice, practice, practice. That'll really help. Okay, we'll talk to you later. My name is Hal. I've got a Patreon page if you want to go check that out. You can go over and look at Patreon. I make notes on the Patreon posts that I don't make anywhere else. I don't have them on YouTube. So there's some more insights over there, and a lot of my posts are public posts. So you don't have to be a patron to be able to go look at those. The posts that I do that are private posts are when I'm giving out music and lead sheets and stuff that people pay for. So, you know, you can go see me over at Patreon. Just go check it out. Follow me if you want to. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for being here. See ya. Bye. Ooh, let's put some reverb on that thing. Here we go. Ready, go.